Welcome back to Sports for Real. I'm your host, Coach Hall, and today I'm going to switch it up on you a little bit. I hadn't talked much about basketball, but today we're going to talk a little basketball. I got a call the other day from a coach I like and respect who was coaching basketball out of state. Well, as we got to talking, he asked me about this trap I used to run when I was coaching basketball. Well, that trap was a 1-2-1-1, and I'm going to try to explain the basics of how it works. Okay, I discovered when I was coaching that most basketball teams were set up the same way. You will have an inbounder, of course, and you have your two guards straddled across the block. Well, what I try to do is kind of match that up. So I'm going to put two guards behind their guards, and I'm going to have a defender that can rotate up on the ball or back into the lane. It all depends on what the defender wanted to do or whatever they felt comfortable that they can put the most pressure on. So let's assume the ball is thrown out here. What we're trying to do is split the defender. The inside leg of my guard is going to be right down their middle with the outside arm free. Think of football terms. Keep that outside protection free. Keep that outside arm free. So when the ball comes into the guard, we want to try to prevent that ball handler from dribbling out here. So if we can keep them there, I can bring pressure from the inside to seal from the inside. So the ball handler only has two options. Well, really three options. They can try to dribble here, which is what we really want to do, because with the outside leverage, I can cut the ball off. And a lot of times when I bring this defender over and seal from the inside, the ball gets stopped right there. Well, if they don't try to dribble outside, the other thing they can do is either throw it back to the inbounder, and when that happens, now this person has the leverage here with the outside arm free, and now this defender comes all the way back on the inside and takes away that. So we get a trap here. Well, if they don't try to do that, they try to throw it all the way over to the other guard. Well, when the ball originally goes over here, this guard kind of slides over and gets into the passing lane to try to get a steal. And if you get a steal, you go immediately to the hole. And the last option that they had, they would try to throw it over the top to this defender here. Now, let me back up a second. We got our guard set up. We're going to send our big fella down the floor, and we got a rover in the middle here. They're going to usually send that big fella down the floor. So when they try to throw the ball here, we can either try to jump the pass or stop the ball. As the ball goes over the guards back here's head, they want to try to get down the floor and get into a passing lane. And if the ball makes it all the way back down to the end of the floor, we have at least an opportunity to stop the ball. We didn't get beat a whole lot of time on the press, but the one thing that I had with this particular press, when we got a seal here, we get a seal there, we'll stop the ball, and one or two things will happen. Either they will just give up and let the ball handler just dribble up the floor, or the referee will call a foul. Any kind of reaching motion, the referee is going to call a foul. So if they just stand there with their hands up, they keep them sealed, they're either going to call a timeout or we're going to get a 10-second call. That's 9 times out of 10 that will happen. Now, the team that I coach, the girls, we weren't that great, but they were effective at the press. So if we can be effective with the team that I had, then there's no reason why a team with a lot of athletic ability can't use this press and be effective. So again, I call this the 1-2-1-1 trap, better known as the hammer. If you like this, I got a couple of other basketball tips and tricks that I use. And do me a favor, I'm trying to get my viewership up, my subscribers up to 50. That way I can go live. I got a lot of content that I can go live with. So I just need to get it up to 50 before I can do that. But anyway, if you like what you see, thumbs up, drop me a comment. Coach Hall.